Okay, it is Friday, September 18th, 2020, and this is the beginning of section hike for September, second section hike this year, and hopefully if you saw my May section hike right here, right there, Pennsylvania-New Jersey line, that's where I finished. Now I'm in New Jersey. Okay. So for morning one update, now that I'm off of the highway, got a decent path to walk on, give you a quick roundup. So day one for my September hike, I tried to mention some of this next to the highway, but I'll give a quick overview again. Hiking through New Jersey, and we'll see how far we get in New York. Finished at the Pennsylvania-New Jersey line in May, starting at the New Jersey line this September. And should have great weather, and hoping, like I said, make it through New Jersey and just see how far we can get in New York. All right, quick view of Sunfish Pond. So of all the hiking we've done, this is the first glacial pond that we've passed. Only a couple of fish live in this because of the type of water. And if you can hear in the background, we just had two trail maintainers pass us. They're out with a chainsaw cutting some wood on the trail. Awesome view of the pond. All right, so up on top of the hill slash mountain, just want to give you a quick view of the Delaware River. So I showed you that as we crossed the Delaware River from down below on the bridge. Pointed up into the mountainside and said, had to go up there. Yeah, we're up there. So quick view. So we cross a ridge line where some power lines are at. All right, so day one is in the books. We're got our tents set. The temperature has dropped. I'm supposed to get down to about 42 tonight, so got my puffy on already. Keep the sweat from cooling my body down too much. Normally I don't like to camp near a road, but it's pretty much a desolate road. The goal for today was 16.9. We got a late start, started at 9, didn't get to the trail probably till about 9:30, and that's after getting up at 5:40 this morning. So had a long drive into the trail and then getting to the trail to get started, but finished at 17.6. So we already carved off a few tenths of a mile for the next few days. So goal now, get cooking, get the body warm, and then climb into the sleeping bags and just go to sleep. All right, it is the morning of day two, just about 10 o'clock in the morning. So just give you a little background on what took place over the past 48 hours. So originally my backpack was packed, and normal temperatures are lows in mid-50s, highs in mid-70s. Yeah, that all changed just a couple days prior to the hike. For example, last night it got down to 37. Don't know what the wind chill was because we were on a ridge line with the wind blowing at us pretty good. But 37 degrees when we woke up this morning. Thank goodness I packed in a puffy, toboggan, some gloves, and my Smart Wool long underwear. Because yeah, I needed. Oh, and replaced out the my summer bag for my winter bag. Made a big difference. So 10 o'clock, time for morning snack, and then heading on. Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick video here. This guy, so Pinball was just talking not too long ago that too chilly. It's about 47 degrees. We didn't think we'd see any snakes out. And this rattlesnake right here is absolutely on the edge. I mean, right on the trail pretty much. And if it hadn't been for a trail runner that we just talked with 10 minutes back, she actually stopped, waited for us to get here so that she could warn us, because this snake is, like I said, right in the middle of the trail. I would have stepped right on him, over him, but he's healthy in size. I'll zoom back a little bit, but I don't know if I can give you any proportion, or look at the size of the leaf next to him. His head's, you know, just a little bit smaller than those leaves next to it. He's big and healthy. From the Sunrise Mountain Overlook Pavilion. I'll get a picture and add it to this here just shortly of the pavilion, but hiked up here. We're gonna make our way to the shelter next. But a good view from up top. All right, morning guys. It is the morning of day 3. Came to a little short lookout. Quick spot to take a break for a second. Started at about 7:20 this morning. And once again, about 39 degrees. Got my puffy jacket on, toboggan, and gloves. Hoping my body will warm up here shortly. And so heading back towards the trail, through this way and back into the woods, just a momentarily quick break out of the woods, but good morning so far. Hey guys, so I'm on the observation deck at the top of area of New Jersey in the High Point State Park, and here's the reason it's High Point State Park, because there's the highest point in the state park, or in the state. But great view from the observation deck. Good 360-degree view. Won't give you all of it, but good view all the way around. All right, another view of New Jersey. So been a lot of low-lying wetlands, we'll call them, and so fortunately they've put up planks to walk across. Majority of time they're in good shape, like these. It stretches for quite a distance here. But thank you to the Appalachian Trail crew that put these in, keep them maintained. Saves from having to walk through water or muddy marsh. Thanks again. All right, still Sunday, day 3, but just want to give you a little quick recap of the past couple of hours. So white blaze out in the middle of this farmer's field, excuse me. Always a big thank you to the farmers, I think I said earlier. But just pinball up there. Quick recap, so we just pulled off the trail 4/10 of a mile. Went in, so yesterday it was a deli, today it was pizza. I think it was Annie's Pizza. I got a picture of it, you'll see it here in just shortly. Pulled off, got pizza, had pizza for lunch, and then grabbed an extra slice for tonight, just the same as yesterday with the deli. So that adds to the weight of the pack, but makes for some good dinner. Beats ramen and mashed potatoes, and or a peanut butter sandwich sometimes. The thing I've mentioned many a times, I love just coming out here. And right now I'm probably the first one through this morning, according to all the spider webs I've caught in the face. It's like just the forest is mine. I love being out here. It's just great to see the nature. It all works great. Morning all. It is Monday morning, day 4. Once again, thank goodness for my cold weather gear. It got down to 31 last night, and I stayed comfortable. The right sleeping bag helps, and having my thermals, that helped. Gloves and toboggan, yeah, that also helped. So what I want to show here, and I won't drag it out for the whole time, but I mentioned earlier the planks and how the ATC, or the Appalachian Trail Maintenance and Community, come out and build those planks over the bogs. Here, I'm not sure if this is the Appalachian Trail or if this is the National Park Service. They have built this boardwalk, and it's incredible. And amazingly, it goes for 9/10 of a mile. So I can try to see if I can show you up there in the front. But this goes quite a ways, 9/10 of a mile, as I said, and actually I can pick up some time, and the sun feels good because it's only about 43. Usually wear the puffy jacket and the gloves to start, and then peel out of those after the first climb, and then just shorts and t-shirt after that, or shorts and wicking shirt after that. The gloves come and go depending on the wind. Boardwalk continues on. So it goes for 9 minutes per mile. Crosses over waterway. Okay, so we just left Heaven Hill Farms, and as I mentioned back there earlier, we're on the stairway to heaven, and currently it's straight up via rocks, which the steps make it good, better traction, but it's an absolute straight up. It's 1,000 feet over 4/10 of a mile. So pardon the heavy breathing. Here we go. Our first few second break. Okay guys, we're still about 200 feet from the top, and I know this video here does absolutely nothing to explain. I wish I could zoom out. I wish I could make it better in some way. We still have that straight up piece there. If I can, there's a person there. I'm gonna say we're straight up still 4 to 5 stories at least to go. All right. All right, guys, we made it to the top. Currently, there's not a view up here. There was an offside trail for a view, but we've used up too much time today, so we're just stopping in the middle of the trail here. And I'll let you look at this awesome mailbox out in the middle of nowhere. You can read that while I talk. But made the climb up. It was difficult. Even got turned around following a young couple. They went off trail by accident, and we followed them for a short time. Then we all got back on the trail. But we're back on the trail, and we've reached the top. And now for hopefully some smooth sailing. I'll have to check the elevation map, but ready to get moving after that long haul. All right, guys, it is Monday night, day 4, and we've came upon a great spot after 4 days and 18 miles a day. We made it to the New York, New Jersey line. So we're currently in New Jersey. There's an AT marker. Now we're in New York. So we've got not a long ways to go. We still need to find a camping spot. And right now it's, as you can see, all solid rock. So we are trying to find a camping spot for the night, but we've made it to New York. We knocked out New Jersey in 4 days. That's pretty impressive. We're happy with that. So I can get in there. This is Prospect Rock coming up, the highest point on the AT in New York. And pardon me if I try to walk without tripping over all these rocks. But hang on, sorry, I had to turn. Right there, that's awesome. Flag flying high, New York. Let's go up here and take a peek. All right, good morning, guys. Tuesday morning, day 5. Get to experience everything out here on the AT. So, just climbed up a good rock wall. I was getting ready to pan back, but you can't see it. That's why I'm breathing heavy. But now we get some rebar stairs to climb up. Not a lot, unfortunately, but something a little different. All right, hopefully you see me on the other side. Okay, so this is Tuesday, day 5, day of another day of being a pampered hiker. So this whole trip so far has been about being a pampered hiker. On day 2 it was a deli, day 3 a pizza. Now on day 5, this ice cream store that's not open till 12 is going to open up and serve us banana splits here in just a few minutes. The only drawback is yesterday we were hoping for hot dogs to get us through the day. That sounds horrible. But he was closed, and the hot dog stand that's just just up by the street sign up there. You can't see it in the picture, sorry. He's closed today. So looks like it's going to be ice cream for an early lunch. She's not open yet, but she's going to bring us out banana splits. So looking forward to that. And great view. It's about 42 degrees on. Got my winter puffy coat on still, but it is supposed to start warming up today. Looking forward to that. Should be a great day. So nice weather for the rest of the hike. There's the view right now. All right, so a quick recap of the midday. You will see the pictures of the ice cream place. They did not open till 12. Amy was kind enough to serve us. You'll see a picture of the 2 nice looking banana splits, one for me, one for Pinball. They were incredible. Amy's family owns a 400-acre farm down below the ice cream place. But the most important thing is, talk about prime location. Her ice cream store sits right on top of a hill you'll see in the video as well, but it shines out over the afternoon sunset, so you get a ton of people there to eat ice cream. Plus there's people that sit on a state park grass wall across the street from her ice cream place, which also draws in business. So she's been there 17 years. Family business is doing great. Apparently the farm's doing great as well. But just prior to talking with Amy with the ice cream store, John pulled up, saw that we were hikers, and dropped off a ton of water for us. So it seems like, as always in September, there's a drought. And so we've been kind of making long days out of trying to hop from water source to water source. But we currently had water, but he gave us plenty. We told him it was enough, and then he gave us more. So super nice guy. You'll see a picture of John here in a second, but very nice. So we've been denied on the hot dogs, like I said in a prior video, 2 days in a row. But ice cream worked great. Banana split was awesome. Thank you all. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. This is the Eastern Pinnacle. It's a rock climb, so you see one blaze, hopefully the second blaze, and then there's a third blaze up the top. So don't know how this will come out. Let's try. Come on. And straight up. There's one. Almost should really be more careful. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome. And then my blaze right there takes me to the left. So I'm gonna cut it because I may need my hands right there. Hey guys, so normally don't stay at a shelter, and actually we're going to stay just beyond the shelter, but this shelter has some good meaning. So I love coming out on the Appalachian Trail and learning different things and seeing different things. So actually I'm going to go around to the back where there's going to be a better view. And so out here, this will look out, this shelter has a great lookout. 5 guys in here already. And looks out over the Hudson River. And I know you can't see it. Where'd it go? Oh, the smog or fog or whatever has came in. I can't zoom in enough. There's a bump way out there, but that's the vicinity of New York City. Hoping the cloud activity will lift later tonight the lights come on and I'll get a better view. But once again, just love coming out and seeing and experiencing new things. All right, good Thursday morning all. It is 8:30. Been walking about an hour, but I wanted to give you a quick rundown of last night and this morning. So last night, hiked 0.6 of a mile off the trail to a shelter. Now, I will hike great distances off the trail for food or water, but never for a shelter. I've got a tent, I can camp just about anywhere. However, this shelter is pretty amazing. It has a great view of the Hudson River, and if the weather's clear and everything's perfect, you can see the New York City skyline. So we were fortunate enough that there were 4 hikers there, 1 through hiker, and 3 of his buddies, all 4 of them from New York. So 3 buddies came up to meet him at the shelter, and they were able to pinpoint off in the distance where New York City should be. Gave us a lot of great background. And so in the evening hours, couldn't see much, but as the nighttime hours rolled in, we could see the lights. Tried to take some pictures. The iPhone wouldn't do it that well, any justice. And just the haze was too much. Got up this morning hoping for a better view, and without any lights, you really just couldn't pinpoint it. You could see maybe some tall buildings, but that was about it. It's a pretty amazing shelter, one of the first ones on the Appalachian Trail, and according to those guys from New York, most people don't even know it's up there. So it's pretty nice overlook of the Hudson River and the surrounding New York area. Today's goal, we're going to finish at a Spiritual Life Center. They provide water to hikers and areas to camp. And right now, common theme with most of my September hikes is lack of water. So I've been hiking off trail for food and water, or grabbing water when I'm grabbing food, or vice versa. But I need water, so I'll go to the Spiritual Life Center. And in the same vicinity, there's another deli. So I will grab food for dinner there and just call it a night there at the Life Center. So great day. Amazing that last night we're back into the average temperature norms. So I think it got down to 57 as the low last night. The first 5 days, I think it was, that's been about the average high. So been a great day, and I'll talk to you later. All right, guys, we have made it to the Trailside Museum. So I've made it to the highest point on the Appalachian Trail, which is Clingman's Dome in Tennessee. This is the lowest point on the trail, the Trailside Museum and Zoo. Hikers are free, and the Appalachian Trail actually cuts through this zoo. There is a blue blaze trail around. If by chance the zoo, if you get here before or after hours, there's a trail around, but we're here during hours. So we're gonna go check out the zoo on the way through. All right, so we've made it to the highlight of this one particular zoo, and it's the there's a bear right there. You see him moving, and he's laying in his hammock at the moment. See if I can zoom in on him for a second. Bear there, and I don't think I've ever seen. Let me zoom back for a second. So many vultures. I mean, everywhere. So just a tremendous amount of vultures in here, but there is the one bear, and then Got one bear right there. He's looking out, enjoying the view of the people come through. Okay, so I've mentioned I get to experience a lot of different things out here on the Appalachian Trail, and it's another new one for me. I'm getting ready to walk over the Hudson River. I've seen it from up on top of the mountain. Finally made my way down. Went through the park as I talked about, the lowest point on the Appalachian Trail, and now make my way across the river to the other side, and then, as I use the word quite often, straight up that mountainside. And you can, if I can stop and maybe zoom in for a second, you can can't really see the granite, but it's a pretty good straight up. But let's make our way across the bridge. Okay, so the Hudson River is pretty much conquered. The best part of that is I walked here to get here. Walked here to cross it. That's an awesome feeling. And then, as I mentioned, going up there, that's an 800-foot climb. So that's next on the agenda. And I will catch up to you later in the day, possibly. Hey guys, it's Thursday night, so just a recap of today, and I don't normally do this, and it's getting dark, and so hopefully you can see me, and I apologize if you can't. But now the main reason that I'm giving this recap, today was a great day. Once again, I was pampered with vending machines all throughout the day, and that's great. As in prior September hikes, they're in a water shortage. It hasn't rained here for 2 or 3 weeks, and to be able to go to a vending machine and get a Powerade or get water, sometimes an ice cream, as you'll see in a couple of pictures, sometimes candy or snack, but the main thing, when there's a water shortage and it's great, you can get a Powerade or a Gatorade or even water. It's very helpful. But earlier in one of my videos, after we had left the shelter this morning, I was giving a recap of some of the excitement for the day and all. And right in the last very few seconds, you see a female walk into the picture with a dog, a young female. And normally I try not to film people, unfortunately, without their permission. But I was at the very end of my conversation, so I was able to cut it. And she's in just the very last second or two. Talked with her, and it turns out she'd been lost. She had gotten up bright and early this morning, drove 2 hours to Bear Mountain area and hiked up about 1,000 feet to the tower to watch the sunrise. And she knew from looking at a map prior that she didn't have with her, unfortunately, but from looking at the map, that it said she needed to take the staircase downwards. Unfortunately, because of the time that she got there and the earliness, she mistook how she got there and took a turn and ended up on the Appalachian Trail hiking south. Being this time of the year, I'm hiking north. There's not very many people in this area that would be hiking north at this time, so she had not ran across anybody, and all the people that would be hiking south would be moving at about the same pace. She had a decent pace and would have been moving at the same pace. So when I ran into her, her name is Pam. Her dog's name is Miles. Super nice, both of them. Pam was not, she was not freaking out yet, but she was very concerned. Enjoying the sunrise and the hike up and some of the other earlier stuff prior to being lost. She'd been taking pictures and video, and by the time that she had realized that she was lost, her phone was dead. And so her and I were able to determine where she needed to get back to, and we started making our way. We waited at a road crossing at one point, waited for Pinball to catch up, and so we continued to hike and made our way back to Bear Mountain Tower, and where she had made her wrong turn. By then we had given their dog some water, but when we were up there, we got lucky that they were They were winterizing the vending machines at the very top. The machines had been cut off from a power loss due to a hurricane earlier in the year, early in July. So talked the guys into we paid them for them, buying some of the waters and Powerades. So gave some water to her, water to the dog. We continued on, did the 1,100 feet of descent with her and the dog. But her 3-mile loop trail this morning turned into a 10+ mile hike. She was very grateful, and Pam, it was very great talking with you, and I'm glad that we were able to bump into each other and get everything straightened out. And I know you're watching this, so I'm glad we met for your benefit and for mine. I enjoyed talking with you. She's a very bright young lady, but it was interesting. I don't know how to. Didn't save a life. I could say that it was a rescue, but it was good that we ran into each other when we did, and it all worked out. Hey everybody, it is Friday, day 8 of my September 2020 section hike through New Jersey and New York. Conquered New Jersey and made some progress through New York. Just give a quick wrap up of the hike. It was a great hike. A lot of great things to see. So big thank you to Don and Mary for shuttle service and for putting us up in their house and for feeding us. Thank you very much, as always. Big thank you to John, who stopped and provided us with all the free bottled water we could handle. And then thank you to Amy for opening her ice cream store just for the two of us early. Made some awesome banana splits. I mean, it was 44 degrees out. We ate those outside. They were incredible banana splits. And then most importantly, glad that Pam and Miles are both home safe. Glad that I got to meet you all. Sorry it was under the conditions that we did, but glad you're home safe. And another 130 miles in the books on to the next hike next year. And guys, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed all the videos, and see you next time.